Alright guys, King of K, David K, Multi-Devil Quad was back with another episode of Disco Elysium, the final cut full playthrough. So without further ado, let's jump right into it and let's continue our investigation. Where we left off last time was like, I don't know, feels like the end, but I don't know for sure. And I guess we're gonna talk again to this guy, right? I've checked everything, I've tried at least. But it seems like I simply can't. I simply can't check out things. I was checking maybe this box, these things can open, you know, because we did it already last time with the pry bar and other things, and it's nothing. There's things where I can, you know, there's these things. Let me go here. There's this place too. This place is like I can get inside. Look at this. There's this thing, this thing that I can click, but it seems like I don't know. I feel like I don't know how to go there. So it's like there's still things to see here around. I don't know how. I guess I don't know. I made some mistakes. I made something wrong, and yeah, that's the point. That's what I did. By the way, what is happening here? Okay, it's working. So let's talk to this guy. Let's see what he has to say. Oh,
Millions of capital. What do you want?
You know what? Do I have a skill point? Okay, let's try this. Oh, let's do one more time, Mr. Dawes. The corner, we need to talk about you killing him.
Petty bourgeois law. This is all you care about, right? The only thing in the world for you types.
A drop of blood in the saliva. Tear into him again. Pile it on him.
There were May bells behind the victim's windows.
Damn Maybell. The whole island is turning white with them.
The whole island.
He seems tender suddenly. Nostalgic even. A strange mood swing.
So many this year too. The spring is coming. No, it's already here. Wash the filth away.
I haven't seen these flowers anywhere else in Martinize, only here.
They blossom on the islets before we fertilize them with our blood. Resurrection was snow white in May, before they ruined it.
South, the Bay of Martinaise is dotted with little freckles of islets, turning green, with white flowers in white snow.
The coast, too, before they piled their containers on top of it, filled with broken, useless trash for fat-fingered bourgeois children to play with.
You must get around a lot to stay undetected all these years. Do you know any secret paths? Pinball workshops?
I may.
A curious tremor passes his face. A young woman called Classy. Ring any bells? These dried flowers were behind her windows.
Classier.
He knows her, but hadn't heard the name.
Yes, Classy. You hadn't heard their name, had you?
My ears don't reach the city.
You know her, right? She had an intimate relation with the victim, the mercenary.
With the victim.
He turned his sight from the wheeling field of flowers and falls silent. Then the muscles in his jaw twitch a spot. It's like, for him, it's not a victim. It's like, it's good that he's dead. For him. But yeah, it's not like this. You don't kill people just for, you know, political reasons or because you think about it and yeah, let's do this. Hell no.
There is a small tremble. Looks like a smile. A crooked smile. Yet isn't quite voluntary. He's about to burst.
I wonder, what brand of boots are you wearing?
Everything is brands with you individualists. Who cares what brand my shoes are? Sansa.
He looks
Some
at his...
shit.
Okay, he looks at his running shoes covered in mud.
Show me the soles, please, Mr. Taras.
Fucking imbecile.
The old man stretches out his leg. A black and white spiral pattern covers the sole of the worn-out running shoes on his feet.
The maker is Sensorique. The model is Cordobe.
Whoa,
And
43.
the size is 43.
Whoa.
These are not the unusual horizontal patterned soles you saw in the dust on the floor of the hidden room. They do, however, seem to be about the same size.
The size fits, but not the sole.
Well, wait, maybe it's simpler than that.
So,
Yes!
he doesn't have to be wearing them right now.
People change shoes. It doesn't mean you weren't there. Near the room the victim died and sneaking around. By the way, yeah, you know, the size of the feet. That's the important. He wears 43 size shoes. And yeah, even if he changed maybe shoes. But still 43. Still his fit. So alright. He can change his fit. He can't become a 48 or 46. His fit doesn't change. So the size of the shoes.
Racking those brains, are you?
Yeah.
Desperate to report something back to your masters? They must have really loved that dead folk.
The lieutenant gives you a quick sideways glance and nods to acknowledge. The prints were his. You can see it in those eyes. He can't keep them from flickering, looking for something. The old man stares at his own prints in the ash around the fire. Silent suddenly, some strange process within him. A gush of wind. Seagulls in the distance.
You know who he was. A coalition-trained murderer. Armored and armed. He wasn't human. The blunt end of a hammer. Dripping with blood.
He was a rapist. I'm not saying he didn't deserve it.
Beating us to the ground. Moaning with joy. You hounds get so thorough when a company-trained killer dies. I haven't seen you on this coast for 40 years. You know,
Better late than never.
killed one sooner.
Better late than never, my friend.
Got your attention. Now you stop eating druggies and prostitutes in your basement. Now you come to investigate. Not when they die by the hundreds.
He breaks through flared nostrils.
This is it. Shot him. Shot him. Say shot him, not killed him.
So you shot him?
Oh, the inhumanity. One paramilitary less in Revachol.
You can almost see him squeeze a tear of his eye. His fists begin to tremble from the anger.
The lieutenant raises his right arm to hush you,
Okay?
while the lieutenant listens, holding his breath.
Just not.
I had them in my sights. Both of them. Him and the whore. I
Oh,
was breathing with them, in phase, and I pulled the trigger and flew on the air until I landed in his mouth.
whoa.
I didn't think I had a shot like that in me anymore. I did. I saw him kneel there with his mouth full of death, and that stupid look on his face. And his dick still in her.
Then, a hot flash of rage almost carries the smile away. Some dark peace.
Then what?
Nothing. I went to sleep. Next morning there were Maybells everywhere. The world was white. Or what's left of it anyway. My last spring here. I knew the fascists would come to avenge their own. And so they did.
Yeah.
Mr. Dross, are you aware you're confessing to murder?
The lieutenant asks after a second of silence.
Yes.
Whoa, experience. Nice. A single word is all he gives.
And you were looking at Dan, the victim and a young woman, having sex through the scope of your rifle that night, before you shot him?
The lieutenant takes out his notebook slowly, very slowly.
The old man nods.
Why?
Because that's what they were doing.
He shrugs, then smacks his lips.
The motive. This is where the motive is going to come from.
I don't understand. Do you, detective? I don't understand this part.
Why were you looking at them that night?
I'm always looking.
He cocks his head to the side. Ah, what strange term to use. Then turns his eyes to the city. Another tremor passes his right side, lower in intensity.
Are you always looking through the scope of a rifle? I'm just trying to understand.
A rifle's scope has the best magnification.
Helps him see all the shit.
And if you don't like it?
Click.
If it's part of the shit you see.
Then you pull the trigger?
Yes. Think of it as a form of critique.
He will not stop now. These dialectical materialist types never do. Exploit it. You've got him going. Connect every little piece now. Wrap this up like a gift.
So can I try this?
For a 60-year-old man
But I have a point.
who spent his entire
That's
life
it?
alone on an uninhabited island, he seems surprisingly fit.
Squint at him.
He's prone to erratic hand gestures.
So,
clearly
composure.
malnourished.
Where is
But
that?
That's it. You can see no more by looking at his slouched frame. The
Yeah.
moment passes.
Did it?
What you say?
So why not? No, why not? That's it for now.
I ain't
Oh.
going in.
Oh, okay, I can't go back for a reason. So extract a motive. Alright, so, but before we do that, composure. Where is composure? Composure. So, do I have something to remove composure in my hand? No? So, let's see about that. I have something about composure here. I'm sure of it. I remember it. I just don't remember what it was. Whoa, my hold. Wow. That's cool. Is this plus, right? Okay. Fantastic. So, what else? Whoa, this too. And alright, that's quite a lot now, right? Now we have 92 high.
What do you...
Yes!
What strikes you about this gaunt man is not the stomach pain, or the cough, or the malnutrition. It's precisely what you could not see before. For a man who spent 44 years hidden in the urban wild.
He's surprisingly
Indeed,
okay.
He speaks fluidly. His movements are rapid, if erratic. His voice, despite the cough, is there. It is capable of expressing complicated ideas. Above all, he seems animated.
By the way, before I click here, let me see. 80 experience points. Wow, almost another point to get. I hope so. So animated by what?
It's a mystery. This animation comes at a cost too. Erratic hand gestures, thought processes cut off like threads, as he just stares at the logs or the reeds. He also suffers mood swings, bubbling to the surface, unconstrained by his nervous system.
Dementia?
You've seen demented people before. This feels similar, yet different. When his thoughts move, they are lucid, keen even, not senile.
So it's not dementia,
Is
right?
this some kind of substance damage? Like he's addicted to something? Not only the painkillers he's clearly on.
So, Mr. Dross, are you on some kind of a psychoactive substance?
No. I won't be stuffed full of shit like the rest of this city.
Okay.
It's not a downer, rather an upper, judging by his snaps.
So, how about
I
Faraldidon?
don't know what that is.
Are you on amphetamines?
Like some kind of decadent rock star.
He does dignify it with more of an answer. Mr. Dross, are you okay? How is your memory?
No, I'm not okay. I shit blood, and I'm surrounded by insane people.
There it is again, erratic hand motions, bouts of rage, and the stomach thing too, of course. Could it be a symptom of overdosing on something? Something even you have not tried. Keep your eyes peeled.
I don't know, electrochemistry. So, what specifically did you not like? Oh, wait. Wait a second. Let me go and change back, my favorite things. Just, where's the armor? Give me that. And, wow. That sound I still don't understand. But, alright, I guess. So, yeah. Let's go now.
Minions of capital.
He
What do you
spits.
want?
What specifically did you not like about what you saw the night of the murder?
Them. Fucking. I didn't like that.
So you were jealous?
Jealousy is a reactionary concept. I didn't like the Reaver enjoying himself. Drugged out, soothed in the arms of a young woman. I wanted him to die so he could not enjoy life anymore.
Okay.
And I wanted to see his head explode. That too. She should know better than to hold a child murderer between her thighs. I knew he'd be there for one more second, writhing. That's all it takes for the bullet to reach his head. Now that I think of it, I wasn't aiming for his mouth. I wanted his brains to spill out on her. But you can't have everything.
This man has seen past her, like you did.
How long had you been watching her?
Since she came to Martinez. I saw her sneaking in the reeds early in the morning, behind the Feld building. It was dark, still winter. She didn't have her skimpy outfit on then, just a spot in the night, moving.
Past the Fell building on the coast. What was she doing there?
Hiding something in the water.
Oh,
She had a fag
yeah.
after she'd done it. I was up in the ruins there. She couldn't see me, but I could see her, smoking. She was nervous, but not scared.
So he take the fucking passport, the things that... This fucking guy all the time. He was him all the fucking time, because nobody knows him. And is sneaking... This sneaking bitch, for real.
Beautiful.
No. What do you think she did there?
Her passport and tickets to Villiers. And from there to Cachet Brut.
In the free state of Seminine,
Okay.
hidden away at the edge of the earth, near the Pale.
This is the hidden boy she told us about. You looked into it?
After she was gone.
You stupid sneaking bitch.
Did you keep what was in it? When we found the submersible, it was empty.
No. Why would I do that? I didn't need tickets to Villiers. I'd put them back. If I wanted to extort someone, I'd do better.
So who take that? Whoa.
This implies that he's thought about extorting her. Also, a little inconsistency here. He was surprised to hear her name Clausia before. Would he not have seen it on the documents?
Are you sure? We checked the submersible. There was nothing there.
Why would I need that trash? I'm not going to Villiers.
A strange confusion comes over him from time to time. Some kind of aberration of the nervous system.
You saw her name on the passport, but before, when I said her name is classy, you didn't seem to recognize it.
You didn't say Clausia in there.
Why did it say her name was in the past? By the way, didn't we hear this already? Why did it say her name was in the passport?
It was something. I don't remember. It was dark that morning. I only remember her face on the photo.
Moving on. Did you continue watching her after this?
I did. She had a face like an archipelago with those birthmarks. And a
Okay.
body hard and lean and bruised all over. Black and yellow. I could see she's taken a beating. I could see who she was, too. A spook. On the run. Revishal's the cloaca of capital now. All the bagmen and arms dealers end up here to do drugs and have sex like animals.
You could tell she was a spook from the documents?
She had different color hair on the photo, and
Okay.
glasses. Forged. Some sordid bourgeois affair. I've heard about this kind of thing on the radio.
Okay.
He's setting it up for you. The bruises, you can't make that out in a scope.
And you could see her bruises through the scope of a rifle?
You can't see bruises through a scope. It's just a blur.
This is a red check, but I had 97% weary-eyed. Footprints in the dust. Could have changed shoes, found the peephole. Whoa. Please?
It
Yes!
certainly comes to you.
The bruises on her body. Any chance you've seen them through a hole in the wall?
Oh, yes. Cutting those drugs of hers into little lines with a knife. Masturbating.
Everything in him fills with impossible longing, all at once.
Did you make that hole?
With a clip point knife.
Okay.
Good for listening in, too. For hearing the moaning and the snorts.
Ever see her through a window on a roof?
Like that, too? Yes. Bending like a bow against the glass.
So, you've been through the secret route behind the railing and racks. Those were your footprints there. You just changed your shoes.
I've been through all of Martinez. Every nook and cranny.
And that too.
Yes, that too. The
He
things
shakes
they did in that little room. What she'd do to feel good. Funny the way light works. You turn it on inside, and it gets so dark out, you can't see a man looking in. I learned that in the 20s, when they were still hunting me. I've seen people do some shit, but
Okay. Okay.
Those two took the cake. You hear the familiar scribble of the lieutenant's pen. A quick glance at you.
How did you get in there? The hidden pinball workshop.
I can just walk in there now after a good wash. I told you, they think I'm an antisocial. Closing hour is a good time. The kitchen's empty.
Okay.
You had to open the steel door in the kitchen? How?
I got that open a long time ago. Some bourgeois game merchant lived there. I don't know, 15 years ago. He left spare keys all over, and I took one. Then I saw her turn the light on one night in my scope.
He points over the whirling and rags. Yeah, we found the key behind the bushes.
Andy found use for it. A spare key, like the one hanging behind the Union box window.
Yeah. So did you have feeling for that woman?
There's nothing to hold on to. Only this. It's not enough.
The coals of his eyes glisten suddenly, like stones dripping with water. Is he crying?
Man needs to feel something else. In this fight, it helps if you have your eye on something there. It's weakness, I know.
He looks to the city. By the way, thank God, I feel like I did the fucking right choice to arrest her. Imagine if we have left her still there. What will happen? Okay? What he can do to her if she was still there. He could have done bad things to her if she was still there. If you ask me, because we didn't know about him. Now we know about, before not. And she was still there, and he can still go there without noticing and do stupid shit. Could have killed her, for example. So thank God that we arrested her. That was a good move. At least her now is in jail. It's not the best place in the world, but he's still alive. she's still alive, sorry. But she's still alive, and yeah, maybe we'll become better person when she get out, because I don't think she will have the max of the, the thing, and it's just some years, then she's out, and she's a better person then, I guess. I hope so. But sometimes when someone goes to jail, it comes out even worse than before. But sometimes maybe it's not like that. It's better because he thinks about what she thinks about what she did, and she's like, okay, next time let's try to do better things. So who knows? By the way, so there have been others. Whoa.
Yes, over the years. It's not unproletarian to feel something.
Was that why you left the dried flowers behind the window? Her window?
No.
He started to shake his head again. A sunflower on a wider stalk. Why then?
I don't really know. I was there one night and she was crying, like a child, in the corner of our room on the floor, like she does sometimes.
So, when was it?
The day after I killed him.
And you brought her Maybells?
Yes. I don't know why I do the things I do anymore.
You wanted to console her.
Maybe. I told you, I have holes in my brain now. I wouldn't just sit here waiting for you.
A sudden pang of rage.
If you came 10 years ago, I would have killed you.
He wipes his eye.
In the silence, the lieutenant draws a line in his notes, then nods at you once more.
So, in conclusion, it wasn't about him, it was about her.
Her.
Yeah. He repeats, staring at the ashes. Then the reads. There's a twitch in the corner of his eye.
You hear a low frequency hiss, barely, beneath the audible spectrum. Then it's gone. The lieutenant nods
Whoa.
at you in acknowledgement.
New experience point, new skill point, yeah.
Where is she, that Classier? I haven't seen her there for days.
I'm not at liberty to say.
I know she's gone. Locked up. Or on the run. She kept staring into the scope, In the end, this last week, at the fort. Like she knew. Like she knew I was here. It doesn't matter.
He adds to no one in particular.
Across the harbor, on the south bank of the river Esperance, the air stands still outside Precinct 57. A two-story box of duraluminium near the gates to Terminal H.
Look east.
Inside a cell, a young woman is withdrawing from amphetamines, barbiturates, and alcohol all at once, while two men in brown suits wave ICP badges at a young policeman. She hears the door open and knows it's over. They've come for her. Outside, it's springtime. The river flows blue and green into the Bay of Martinez. He knew she knows. She was looking at the island, figuring it out, day by day, cigarette by cigarette.
We could get more. We've got him talking.
Who knows what he's seen and done over the years?
Well, we're gonna discover that.
Enough. Take him in. Bend his arms behind his back and end this.
So, been looking at anything else you haven't liked?
Tragic comedy.
He
Drugs,
shakes his knife.
prostitutes, and rentiers.
A
Okay.
strange little engine seems to fire up in the game. It straightens his back. The familiar put of hatred.
More specifically?
Specifically, the whole city is a charnel house. Stripped clean and draped in neon. But Martinez is the worst.
How come?
Because of the racists. Everyone is a racist in Martinez. It's their favorite thing to do in the whole world.
Well, that's true. A lot of
Listening to
racists. Yeah.
race-themed radio shows. In the ruins, in their lorries.
He points inland. It's true. We found a lot of racist people. That's true.
Pump full of steroids and Radio Revachol 92. Race this, race that. It's all sanctioned by that Social Democratic Union and the farce of a Social Democrat who runs it.
Mr. Clare?
Yes, the fly larva in his container. He let some nihilistic advertising yuppies erect a statue of Philippe III, a syphilitic murderer, on the town square, to spit on the working class.
Let him finish. Do not interrupt.
Not since the serfs of ancient Pericarnassus has history produced a more inert social class than the Martinez proletariat. The rest of Revachol at least pretends to rebuild. These people still live in ruins. Intense, like animals, like those boom morons on the ice. A pity they didn't drown in that tent of theirs.
He keeps shaking his head with sorrow for the side he missed. That's all?
The worst of them is the blood-drenched Sucrion on her yacht, licking her lips. The old whore's gone now. Her gun-toting porcelain men are dead. So, actually, no.
Okay.
The worst is that old cock parading around in his uniform, throwing balls all day. It's not enough that the racists and liberals are dancing on our graves. The old loyalist ghouls still parade the ruins too. Every morning he's there, while the parasites he fought to protect are off in Ozon, or Koyamoran, or some other island they built their palaces on, feeding on drugs and having sex with their own children.
Say nothing.
That's all the rich really want. Sex with their own children.
I don't
Throughout
think
history,
so, by the way.
even the royal bloodline of the suzerain, it's all just an excuse for them to have sordid sex. At least that old cunt Frisell is now dead.
Now, I have some question about this.
We did good when we pushed him under the horse car. Until, in the 30s, those disco whores.
What? He breathes in his breath heavy with hatred. You cannot make out a single word.
The disco whores are too much. Hatred shuts down his brain's language center, leaving only a nonsensical sputter. What was that about? Steroids? It piqued your interest. There was something about the statue and nihilistic advertising agency people. Might be worth investigating.
Disco horse
Horse.
is all he says. Even that word has to be pushed through his teeth with great force. The ranged teeth seethes too hard. And the racist on the gates, pumped full of steroids?
Yes, steroids. A racist on steroids.
You mean Measurehead, right? What is your opinion on him?
What is my opinion? You think the rich man has an opinion on this idiocy? Is the rich man on the radio telling you his opinion? No.
No.
The rich man's looking at real estate and fiddling his kids, wading through the corpses.
Yes, but he was there. Why was he there if you can't have an opinion?
Then why was he there?
Scratching away at the race question. You moral intern monkeys keep the conversation going on Channel 4, helping the rich man conduct his swindle with this inanity. You think the rich man cares about your little race games? He rules the whole world, and he laughs at your moral soliloquies.
He stares into the dead embers. So there was something about the statue on the roundabout, and the syphilis.
Syphilis is a disease Philip III contracted in a whorehouse. The statue is an abomination.
Abomination?
The bacteria entered his brain and made him squander trillions on sparkling wine, cocainum, and monuments of himself. His son, Philip IV, the Insane, contracted syphilis in the womb.
He breathes in with a wheeze of hatred.
That is technically possible, although Philippe III was not actually syphilitic. He was just mad.
And he still went on to govern Revachol for 25 years. We lost 2 million lives toppling that mode of government. And those grotesque statues too. Hundreds of them.
But it's still there.
What a keen remark. Yes, it is, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
still there. Do you know why?
Because you forgot to take it down?
Forgot! The party had each of the 141 Philippian monuments detonated with plastic explosives. We were pedantic about carrying out the order. No.
He points toward the city.
Some advertising cockroaches used their accumulated capital to erect a new, ironic version of it. Art is a bourgeois establishment. It's an affront to humanity.
Yeah, like, yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
The bullet hole in Philippe's heart. The statue had been shot. That was him. It had to be. He's already proven capable of taking a far more complicated shot from here.
So it was you. You shot the statue. This was a bullet hole in his heart.
I did. A needless, sentimental gesture. I should have spared the bullet for a deformed monster of liberal capitalism. Shameful, really.
Yes, shameful. So many others to punish over the years. Isn't that right, detective?
He turns to you. That's it for the statue then. Tell me, Mr.
The
Drones.
fat union man let them put it there. Corrupt as he is. Probably got a fat check for it too. Shared with the law.
He keeps having opinions about the union's leadership.
You mentioned Eunice is social democratic, and Mr. Clare a farce of social democrat.
Another hideous disappointment.
He pulls at the
Unions are
hash.
the real enemy. The true enemy of the proletariat. Placating the masses.
Okay.
Disappointment. So personal. He displays a familiarity with the union's top brass.
Who's a disappointment? Everard Clare?
That deformed toad? I wouldn't expect him to wipe his own ass. I mean, the brains of the operation. The smart one.
Edgar.
Whoa, you mean Edgar, Everard's brother?
He talks a big game about uprising and social base.
Okay.
They must have sent the smart one to some university in Le Jardin, where it's alienation this and hegemony that.
So you've talked to Edgar?
First against the wall with him.
He stopped poking at his ash now and just shakes his
The
head.
Clares wouldn't miss a man hidden in their own backyard. Not all this time. Nothing happens in Martinez without them knowing.
Of course. Maybe the Clears asked him to.
Oh. Have you approached them?
I haven't approached anyone. I hid. It was Edgar who came to me.
Whoa,
How
whoa,
did he know
whoa.
you were here?
He didn't just stumble in like an oaf. He figured it out. Some kids told him about a monster on the island. I told you, he has brains.
Oh, he points the paddle into the tower.
Stepped right off the boat and walked down where you came. I even kept the door open for him. Thought he was a man of the left. Wouldn't rat me out. I was right about one of those things.
So when was this?
20 years ago. Neither of them could walk now, could they? They were less fat then.
He's still recording? Yeah.
That's around the time the Clares came to power.
So, what did you talk about?
Edgar did the talking. Paid his respects like I were a fossil in a uniform. Offered platitudes about the struggle. Flaunted his pink degree. Even quoted Marzov. Never trust a social democrat who quotes Marzov. Oh, and charity too. They love their charity. Offered me blankets and social housing. I still have the gas cooker he brought.
And did he let you be here?
Let me be here. The ZOC is an unlawful successor of the Commune of Revachol. We took this fortification from the Loyalists. Even the Clares understand this.
They let him be here. Understanding was a courtesy. But why such a courtesy?
Mr. Dross, did you kill the Colonel mercenary for Clares? To incite a riot?
You know why I killed that fucker, Dwat. As to Edgar, I'm not doing anything for that swine again.
Whoa, but it's because he did something for that swine.
Again? What have you done for Edgar before?
Tried teaching him some Marzovian socioeconomics. They didn't stick. We parted ways.
He cocks.
Okay, he didn't do the hang the man for them. But he's insinuating something. There is more here. You can feel it.
Whoa, look.
He was not outright lying.
And I
but
can do this.
Almost.
Red check. But 92%, please.
Oh no.
Fuck!
Connection doesn't come to you on such a pivotal moment.
Come on, 92%? What's about that? Come on!
Dumbo, do something. You can't zone out now. This isn't Doodaloo dance time. Slap yourself in the head again. Jumpstart it.
Wait, that was about him meeting head and deal. Some with Union boss, punch yourself in the head. Yeah.
Officer.
The lieutenant watched you beat yourself in the head again. Second time in this
He
interview.
quickly realizes what is happening.
Mr. Dross, about this deal you made with Edgar. The death of the Colonel mercenary was only coincidentally beneficial to the Clares. But
He leans closer.
what about the other people you've killed for them?
Other people.
Yeah.
Like the previous 4 women of the Union.
That's it. That's what you weren't connecting yourself.
Kim, the best. Kim is the best. My favorite one. Thank you, Kim.
I didn't fight 40 years to end up an informant for the international regime. What happened, happened.
Still dumb. Your eyes are transfixed on its digit. It's yellow with nicotine. Before, when you asked him about the Union, he said it was a disappointment. They
Okay.
promised him something political.
They promised political change, and they didn't deliver.
Look who's up. You're worse off than me.
We will have plenty of time to talk about this, Mr. Dross, when you're in pre-detention. It takes years in pre-detention.
Go ahead. I've been in solitary confinement my whole life.
Ease off it. This was not an unmitigated disaster. The lieutenant mitigated it. Just proceed calmly.
By the cock parading in his colorful uniform. You mean Rene?
Every fucking morning for 34 years. Throwing that ball. One ball against the other. I've always loathed that game. That is not a working class game. I don't care what they say on Radio June.
Fuck you, by the way. Respect Rene. Okay?
Royalist ghouls played like it was life itself. Click, clack across the water each day.
Okay.
And that uniform, like a parrot plumage. I won't even mention that he's a traitor to his race. A Patank maniac race traitor.
Just nod.
I remember him. I remember him from Lanos. Not him personally, his make and model. There were tens of thousands of them. I thought we took them all out before the liberals came to their rescue. We missed one. That one.
With his shaky finger, he points to the city, toward the corridor near the plaza where a lonely pine tree stands. That's one.
There doesn't seem to be a single person under the pine today. Not even Gaston. Alone.
Strange. There's no one there.
Fat and plump. Like a pheasant. Just begging to be popped off. Please, Mr. Dross. Shoot me.
What? Did he kill Gaston or something?
He whispers with such predatory hunger. It borders on longing.
You'd like to kill him?
Not yet. I like to look at him strut around, place the crosshair on his medals, right on his face, and just fiddle the trigger. Think about it. Let the bonbon melt in my mouth.
A treat. Better served for later. He's a pleasure delayer.
Save the treat for later?
He is a juicy bonbon, that one. A real treat. To the
This
black
guy.
day. The blackest. When I put that gun in my own mouth, I think, nah, don't waste it. Put this lead in that cock, René. For the boys he killed. And then I look at him throw those balls, and I suddenly feel.
He lets out a wistful sigh.
Better. I even hid one bullet, so I'd always have one. For him. Haven't seen him around lately. Strutting around. Must be down with arthritis. I hope it hurts like hell. I hope he sweats blood.
René is dead. He died of old age a couple of days ago.
No.
Yes.
I waited too long. I waited too long and now he's dead.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Mr. Dross. I understand you knew him for a long time.
They're all dead now. Fuck it.
He just shakes his head.
If he really wanted to kill him so bad, he would have done. There must have been 1,000 black days on these islands. His health ailing.
You had 1,000 chances to kill him.
And I blew them all. What does it matter now? He's gone. Ancient dust.
You cared about him?
All human beings care about each other. I cared for seeing his head explode. Now, God damn this one.
I'm sorry.
Fuck you.
Staring at the ground, seemingly to the island you're on. Are you okay, Mr. Dross? To go home?
You think I haven't seen people die? It's all I've seen them do. Fuck and die. All the other plans we had. To love. To colonize the Pale. It's all fucked.
He's not okay. This is just another black day in a row of black days. Something strange is keeping him together, making him endure.
I'm glad we talked about this now.
Glad we talked about what?
So, yeah, Josef Lilianovich Dross, you're under arrest for the murder of Ellie's container.
What? But
Yeah.
you said I would be taken to the...
To the what?
This terror is the sum of all the uncontrollable movements and mood swings he's been exhibiting. The wind picks up. The silence on the water is broken all around you. Little shivers of waves appear. The lieutenant continues, like an incantation.
Your wayfarer rights have been suspended. Information provided to the officers on the scene will be used against you by the prosecution. You will be given legal counsel within 1 week and must face court in 44 days. Do you understand? Do you understand?
But...
Kim. He's afraid.
No, I don't want to. I have to stay here.
He looks at the reeds, eyes submerged in growing terror.
He's sweating. Beads are forming on his forehead.
Whoa.
Pupils are dilated too. Eyes getting blacker and blacker.
Your confirmation is not required, sir. Now on
Whoa.
to the boat.
First, say, does he have a room for three?
Not really. We could escort him to the pier, then either one of us can take him inland, while the other stays here. But
But then, who watches him while you're coming back here?
Who watches him there while I come back for you?
you come back for me? How about I go and send a boat back for you?
What is this farce? This is a fucking farce. I can't.
Lillian, you could ask her maybe.
Maybe I can just ask the net picker to watch him.
This is no harmless old man.
This fucking world. This world. What is this?
Below the confusion and rage, a fit of Jaman's woo like yours, the thought passes, more pressing matters it take its place.
No, listen. Listen now.
You could come back for me, once you've taken him to the precinct. Yeah.
No, it would take a whole day on this island. You go and transport the prisoner. I'll be here. I can escort him to the pier with you.
This
I'll do it.
world. What are you talking about? Is this?
His voice drowns out in sudden gush of wind.
The wind is cold from the east. Your skin is crawling suddenly.
Whoa. Oh no. Oh, what the fuck? Is this the fucking phasmid?
A delicate tangle of arms and legs unfolds from the reeds, limb by limb, to then just stand there.
Oh,
moving
we
its
found
sideways
it.
arms
The
in
crypto
ghostly
thing.
Silence.
What is that?
What are you talking about?
The giant stick insect.
There's nothing there.
Come on, I see that.
Stick insect is over 3 meters tall.
Whoa,
It
look at
looks
this.
straight at you. with
Is
its
this like an
tiny
alien?
brick eyes and its grotesquely small head. You feel your legs shaking under you and your gun hand rise instinctively.
There it is, I see
Tell me
it.
what you see, damn it. I can't make out one small thing in the reeds.
Kim, can you see
I
it?
can see it.
Whoa,
4 simple words, thank God.
whoa.
If you can see, then you're not insane.
Even Kim sees it. Yes.
It's really there, spinning slowly, in absolute silence. Its limbs long and slender.
Whoa.
Be very, very careful.
Takes a step toward the giant octopus. Whoa. So what? Please. Whoa. What the
The
fuck?
creature stands on long
The
stiff
phasmid.
antennae
Yeah.
from his head like a woman's hair, white and curled at the tips. It is no more than 5 steps away from you.
Whoa.
Reed-like tufts stick out of its joints.
Whoa.
As the insect moves its forearms, it produces a faint hiss, like
Whisper.
a reel-to-reel machine spinning after the tape breaks.
Whisper. This is the Insulindian phasmid.
It is.
Whoa. Lieutenant whispered behind you. You hear the familiar rings of its jack unzipping slowly, painstakingly
You
so.
glance over your shoulder. The lieutenant holds a piece of milled aluminium. He begins to pull it open, extremely carefully. It's the camera. No, the flash will scare the creature off.
Kim, the
Hold it
flash is
down.
loud. It won't like that.
We need a photo. No one will believe us.
He continues to pull the lens open.
From the corner of your eye, you see a sudden cascade of motion ripple through the phasmid's limbs. A series of ultrasonic clicks fills your ear. I am not palatable. Do not eat me. I am afraid.
Okay, take the picture. Oh no. It's afraid. Stop
I
now.
won't be one of those fools who didn't take a picture.
He has stopped fiddling with the camera, but does not put it
You
down.
see the phasmid turn to him, its mandible antennae reaching out. Its
Who cares?
motions are quick, sudden.
Who cares what they think, him?
Understood. Of course.
He says with a
The
nod.
spindly mechanism turns itself back to you, its antennae taking their measure of the air, slowly.
So let's try with this directly, right? Yes! I did it!
Slowly, with your breath held,
Whoa.
you take 2 small steps toward the phasmid. The creature lets out a series of ultrasonic clicks that swarm around your head like swallows.
Whoa.
Like laughter, a sort of happiness. Sweat drips from your brow, soaking your chest. You reek of it, your chemicals.
Whoa.
The tracheal system on the creature's abdomen expands in front of you to take in and expel air. It's smelling you.
Okay.
Hissing and clicking, it extends its mandible-like antennae to greet you. You're right below it now, looking up at the colossal chitin of its white limbs. The head of the creature is crowned by reeds, and its eyes are like small droplets of water.
Look behind you. It's smelling me.
Maybe it is real. The pheromone.
The lieutenant's mouth is agape.
Now, he is ready to believe in anything. The insect's head is crowned with reed-like scales, the shape of seed heads. They rustle as the air moves. The ventricles at its abdomen continue to expanding, like
You know what?
lions.
How I wanted Lena and Morel stay here. They would have been so happy. They spent like their whole life in following this creature. Whoa, if they were here, whoa.
Breathing you in, your sour, greasy semiochemicals on the breeze.
Raise your hand slowly.
The insect stops its stridulation, seeming to observe you. Below its crown of reeds, little pinprick eyes detect motion, glittering. The world stands still around you. Suddenly, there is silence. No, stop. Be afraid.
No, stop. Be afraid. Put your hands
The
down.
invertebrate comes back to life, stridulating. Sets of complex eyes follow you, moving in tandem on either side of the insect's small head.
Hello, I'm Harry. I don't really know who I am.
No reply. A total ancient silence comes from its mouth, along with what appears to be some kind of foam. The stridulations of its limbs continue all around you.
Stand on your tiptoes and look more closely.
You were right. Little bubbles form on the mouth parts of the creature, on its segmented lower lip. It looks to be foaming, slowly. The foam is white, then yellowish. The faintest smell, like you've never felt before, like burnt roses.
Kim, it's floating.
Careful. It may be poisonous.
The lieutenant watched you apprehensively.
The foam slowly turns a darker shade, like burnt caramel, as the insect moves its mouth parts, masticating. The little bubbles begin to burst, one by one, letting out that same smell, like summer burning.
Whoa, Inland Empire only 3 is 92%. So let's try this
Okay.
first. Take the picture, Kim.
There is no change in the insect's motion while it's being aimed by the camera. It remains fixated on you.
In 3. If it moves, you jump back. I'll shoot. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
The shrill flash of
Oh,
the camera
fuck.
cuts the air
Yes!
like the blade of a sword. The phasmid freezes in its bright light. Head turned toward the lieutenant, hypnotized by the flash.
Whoa.
It stands frozen before you.
Fan-fucking-tastic picture, Kim.
I got it.
You hear the lieutenant whisper. The creature's shape develops onto photo paper in his hand. A polychrome ghost of white sticks against the reeds and the sky, and you as a shadow before it. Slowly reach out and touch the creature's whisker. Yeah.
The antennae hang from a great height. With your hand shaking, you barely touch the tip of the left whisker. On contact, the chitin curls into a spiral, like the tip of a poison ivy. Its touch on your fingertip feels cold, ticklish. The sensation is electrifying, resounding through your body. It is surprisingly delicate, the curly end of the whisker, like a young vine. It's even a bit wet. Looks like someone's got hurt in a fight. This antennae is much smaller than the other one.
Be careful, detective. It's moving.
Look at your finger. Yeah.
You were right. It glistens with some kind of moisture. The creature in front of you stays frozen.
Lick your finger. Why this? Can we try this?
It tastes like sugar. Very faint. The anthropod towers above you. Tufts of reeds pointing from limb and head alike.
In IRL, I will not even get close to the creature. Nah, that's not true. But I will, for sure, I will not lick my finger with something that I don't know that can be ultra poisonous. That's for sure. But yeah.
Odorless, mostly comprised of water.
So carefully pet inside like for harm.
The limb before you is incredibly light, like eggshell. It's much lighter than a reed. You feel a soft push could tip the creature over. Its hollow exoskeleton collapsing. Warning.
What? Run your hand up the slender limb, higher.
A small shudder passes the creature's arm. High above you, its black pearl eyes still glisten, mesmerized by the light passing its nervous system. There is some kind of countdown happening as it slowly processes the overwhelming brightness of the signal. The invertebrate is regaining control.
We got it. Back off.
Another shudder pulses through the creature's limbs. It jolts back to life, like a record continuing where it left off, in a swaying, praying motion. Even the small black pearls of its eyes do not stray from you.
So, Inland Empire, medium 11. Tell me, what are you doing? Please? Yes! Whoa, I exist. Whoa, I exist too.
What is life for you?
Fire. Burning.
Fire? Where?
Inside.
I do not have fire inside me. In me, there is not even blood, but lymph, like sap from a one palm. Now, I will tell you what it's like for me.
Whoa.
For me, it is a series of half-lit images, a kind of darkness, being intruded upon, transient, dim, moist.
Intruded upon by what?
Shapes of plants and animals, and internal sensations. A swarm of sounds, tiny vibrations on the inside of my forearms. All speak of complexities totally beyond my understanding. I am at the end of a narrow funnel, weightless, so light, it only feels like something to be me. In truth, perhaps I'm nothing. I certainly do not have a soul, and if I did, it would never ache.
It will never burn, it says here. So, you're the type of animal I would like to be.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. Why do you ask?
Sometimes, when molting, I will grow a lost limb. One time something went wrong, and a small leg replaced a missing antenna.
That's absolutely nothing.
The leg tried to move around independently, making it hard to walk.
You don't have foot there now.
Yes. Thankfully someone ate it. The next time I mold it, I grew an antenna again.
This would explain its antenna being smaller.
This is the explanation I came up with.
No, it's what the 3 meters tall stick insect came up with.
Oh well, that ends well.
Yes, I am lucky. It is nothing compared to the horror that is you. With all of creation reflected in your forebrain. A nerve mirror of horrifying fidelity. Constant, never-ending damnation.
It would take 1,000,000 years of evolution, or a total reversal in the condition of the world, for your pain to end.
I am a
So
detective.
am I. I was born to detect sucrose rewards and semiochemicals. What were you born to detect?
The killer.
He's in a bad state, deteriorating fast now. He thinks I am beneficial to him, but I am not. I only quicken his deterioration,
You're destroying him?
very slowly, and only because he won't go away. It is meant to keep them from noticing me, to interfere with the picture in your head. But he has looked at me for too long, and I am destroying him.
Is this dream? What is happening?
No, you're awake. I am real. Light is forming me. This is real.
So where does this come from? All this around us, the world?
Not even the birds know that. Not even the water lily.
We need to know. Perhaps it's sent us by God?
I think we should eat it. If it's a leaf, you can put it in your mouth. Or a reed. Yum yum.
Wait, so
So you look like a reed and you eat reeds?
Yes, they don't mind.
Have you accidentally eaten another reed, phasmid?
Yes, I once cloned myself and ate the little ones. It was winter, and I woke up at the wrong time. It was an accident.
What exactly are you?
I am an unknown species of the order Phantasmodia, endemic to the Insulindian insula. For the last 350 years, I have hidden in plain sight, masquerading as the reeds, molding, cloning myself, unfolding at night to play with trash bins and boys.
it may have unknown, dangerous biochemical characteristics that help it maintain its camouflage.
No, no one believed I exist. Almost no one. Until you came, detective. Dripping off blood that smells like strawberries. Across the calm sea. The first in 1,000 years.
What the hell is that saying? I went unnoticed by the first settlers and the land survivors of the Elysium. This is different. Also by the soldiers of the revolution and the officials of the occupation. Even the Seminese Islanders who came here first but did not stay have not seen me.
I have stayed hidden through 4 forms of government and 2 scientific revolutions.
Oh, so it's
Until
pretty
I was
old.
accidentally discovered by a detective of the citizen militia in Rebelshaw, district of Martinez, March 51.
So how are you poisonous?
Yes,
Oh,
I do not
fuck.
have a starter display, so I use a neurodegenerative element to aid in camouflage. Do not worry. It is only destructive over long periods of time.
I leaked that.
The
Fuck.
deserter. He's been here for a long time.
So that's insane.
No, you are. The moral of our encounter is, I am a relatively medium life form, while it is you who are a total extreme madness. A volatile senior nerve system ominously new to the planet. The Pale too came with you. No one remembers it before you. The Nidarians do not. The radially symmetrics do not. There is an almost unanimous agreement between the birds and the plants that you are going to destroy us all.
Wait. The pale inhuman mates?
It is a nervous shadow cast into the world by you, eating away at reality. A great, unnatural territory. Its advent coincides with the arrival of the human mind.
I don't have that kind of a power,
You're
by
a
the way.
violent and irrepressible miracle. The vacuum of cosmos and the stars burning in it are afraid of you. Give me enough time, you will wipe us all out and replace us with nothing. Just by accident.
How?
We suspect it will be something like the oxygen holocaust that wiped out anaerobic life 2.6 billion years ago, when organisms first started breathing. Only much worse.
Instead of air, you exhale thoughts. There are no trees that eat thoughts.
Worse? How?
Everything your eyes touch goes back there, behind the nose mirror. What if you blink? Are we still here? Please don't blink. What if you misplace us all one day, or just forget?
So, blink.
Please, do not do that again.
Have I always thought this way?
No, you're only thinking it now. This is a revelation.
But I want to blink and under 12 billion years of matter expansion.
Simian Butcher. Soon, one of you will close your eyes and open them to see that none of this ever existed.
Kim, am I having a violent epileptic seizure?
It doesn't look like that, no.
What does it look like?
You're just staring at it.
Then I think I'm having a vision about the final fate of mankind.
Okay. Is it somehow related to the case?
Sort of. The case is meaningless compared to this. Like never thought. I have totally transcended the case. No, I told you what's about our fate.
I think you should back away from the unstudied species now.
I have to say goodbye now. I have more thoughts. That was all.
No, there is one more.
No, there are no more thoughts. Of all creatures I've met, you are the kindest. Of all creatures I've met, you are the scariest. Of all creatures I've met, you are the most beautiful. Number 2.
Thank you. I also have one final thing to say to you. That woman,
Whoa.
turn from the ruin. Turn and go forward.
Do it for the working class. I can't, I will try.
She was middle class. It doesn't take a 3-meter stick insect to tell you that.
Disengage slowly.
As you're turning away, the phasmid mirrors your movements, stepping on the water, the long limbs carrying its feather weight without breaking its surface.
Whoa. Whoa.
And just like that, it's gone, skating away across the sea's calm mirror like a skipping stone, leaving nothing but circles on the water. And something under it, in the place it stood, bobbing there, among the reeds, a collection of items.
You know what? I believe it from the start. The phasmid was real. I trust science, and that's what happened. Okay? I know Morel and Lena was right. I trust them. And you know, that's what happened when you trust in people. You know? Look at that. That's real.
It's gone.
Whoa. It can walk on water?
Apparently, yes. Like a water strider. Only, I've never seen anything like that in my life.
What's that in the reed?
Apparently,
Oh no.
yeah,
What's
looks
that
like
in
a
the reed?
nest of some sort. We should have a look.
Nest? What now?
What now?
The old man behind you repeats suddenly. He puts his hand onto the ash. It's dirty and black.
In some kind of strange, semi-catatonic state.
Our suspect is not looking so good. We need to check on him.
So, whoa! What is this? Evidence, classy passport. Whoa! Use the interact button inventory to inspect the item. Fucking you. Good. And here? What is this? T932 rifle scope. Wow, the scope of the rifle. And... oh! Yes! Yes! Fucking yes!
Brother, You've managed to collect all the armor pieces.
Yes, the armor pieces. I did it. I was not hoping to that. So 4 are the armor pieces. And I have all of them now. So now I have the bonus, I guess, from the talk. Yes. Let's go. Brother, you've managed to collect all the armor pieces. Too bad it's too late for the big showdown. Why? It's never too late. Now I have the full armor. Or almost, I guess. So don't think this helmet will have helped me anyway. Look down at your one. Well, that's true. The helmet. At least my collector's impulse has been satisfied. I'm sure I'll have use of this armor in the future. Yeah.
Future use for a future armor. Agreed.
Yeah.
Gear up, heavy porcelain man. It's a violent world.
Alright. Give me that. Now. Give me that now. Let me see, by the way. Now I have a reaction. Is the hand-eye coordination is 4. Okay. Now, if I put this. Bang! It's weak. If you ask me, by the looks of it. At least, let me see now. Well, feels like nothing's changed if you ask me. Maybe now I can. I don't know. If I go here, where is the armor thing? This thing? Nah. Where is the armor thing? Oh, this thing. +2 hand-eye coordination. Yeah, I have the full armor, by the way. That's enough for me to be alright. So items. Whoa, I have the scope. A common 30mm sniper scope with attachable to almost any bolt action 40-46 caliber. It uses an older style not-dotted range finding reticle. Seaweed is still stuck on the lens and it suffered water damage from its time in the phasmid worry. Okay. And whoa. Horror hearing yick. Whoa. Evidence. Class's passport. This well-traveled passport with a visa stamp in it is issued by Republic of Oranje. You found it in the phasmid nest. On the island, you can open it for more details. Let's interact.
Issued by the Sovereign Republic
Whoa.
of Oranje is issued to a black-haired woman called Katarzyna Alazie.
Classia's hidden documents from the MT boy.
So, look at the photo
It's
first.
Klasia, with short black hair and glasses. She looks boyish, younger somehow.
So, what was this doing in the phasmid nest?
Maybe our man, Mr. Dross, took it from Classia's, or whatever her name was. Hiding place, or...
Perhaps for some blackmailing plan?
Perhaps. But that still doesn't explain how it got into the nest.
That's true. I think the phasmid took it.
Like a magpie? What a coincidence. Then it would also have collected the other objects, which would be highly unusual. I can see how the helmet could wash up on the island, and the scope. Maybe Mr. Dross lost it. But to seek this out would be very unusual behavior for an arthropod.
So it says Katarzyna Alazie.
She said it would be for Anouk Meyer-Smith. Anouk Meyer-Smith.
Katarzyna Alazie was supposed to be her real name, where Klasia comes from. Remember? God damn it. I told you she kept on lying to you. She's probably lying to someone else right now. Another detective.
Katarzyna Alazie was supposed to be her real name. She lied to us.
Yes, somehow she managed to lie to us. One more time. In a way, she's still lying to us right now.
Lieutenant smiles. What's her real name then?
I don't know. But it was not Katarzyna Alazie, or Anouk Meyer-Smith, or Klasia. Whoever she is, when we get back, I need to warn our holding cells. We need to double the security around her.
Put the passport away. Alright, so wow. Check under the surgeon now. Oh yeah, him. Well, that was something fantastic. So, let's end this episode here. Whoa, it was crazy if you ask me. So let's save the game, for sure. And yeah, next episode maybe will be for real the final episode. Who knows? Let me go to the main menu now. And wow, this was a blast. This was my favorite episode if you ask me. But the phasmid did everything, okay? The phasmid was the best thing that could have happened, okay? It was a real big surprise. I was not thinking of it anymore. I was losing my hopes, and then bam, the phasmid comes up, and whoa, that was an incredible creature. And well, I can't wait to tell Lena and Morel about that, and I hope I can show the photo too, because hey, Lieutenant Kitsuragi, take a photo. Kim did it, and a cool photo too. So who knows, maybe now we can show to Lena and Morel. They gonna be so happy, but in a way that, wow, the happiest thing ever, right? Because yeah, I guess wow, the phasmid is something. Oh, wow, yeah, that's fantastic. Okay, I can't talk anymore about that. That's too much. The phasmid was real. Yeah, that was a good surprise if you ask me. It was fantastic. Like fantastic was this episode. Like fantastic was this series. Like fantastic are all my videos, right? Because hell yeah, they are fantastic. So, thanks for watching. As always, leave a like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you all in the next videos. Bye.